You know what time it is.
It's Couch Time with Sonja. Let's go.
Hello and welcome to Couch Time with Sonja. I am Delia Cortez and it is my pleasure to introduce Miss Sonja Lowe.
Hola, ¿cómo está? It's going to be an awesome episode today. We are going to just really talk about what's in the news. And there's so much in the news, right?
Good, bad, and different. There's so much on the news.
You're exactly right. But gosh, just to jump in, one of the particular things, did you hear about the little boy that was lost?
The best part is that he was found, right?
Yes. But he was 5D.
Yes. Did you hear this story? So the story is that this little boy went to school, went off on the wrong bus, and he was lost. He went to a friend's house and his parents couldn't find him.
Yes, but he was lost to the parents. He himself, he was fine. He was with a friend.
He was having fun.
Yes, and he had food, so he was fine.
Which is all that mattered to him,
You're
right?
exactly right.
But can you imagine the stress of the parents? They didn't know where he was, and he's just 5 years old, so he's just a little guy.
Yes, and so really, what's the moral of that story? Watch your kids.
Girl, you need to stop.
That's
We
the truth.
know life happens. These things happen, but thankfully he was found. What else is in the news? What else have we recently heard about?
Gosh, well, I know there's new movies coming out.
Yes.
Man,
What is
it's a remake.
The scary one.
Yes, Halloween.
Yes,
It's a remake, right? But my goodness, I won't be watching that.
I don't even listen to the commercials. I close my eyes and cover my ears. But for those of you that are interested in scary movies, and especially these remakes, go and watch this.
Yeah, it'll be good for them.
Yes, not for me.
Not for me. But you know what? We're going to talk about deeper topics today, though. There are some things those were light and airy.
Yeah.
But there are some serious, deep conversations that we need to have, Dee, about things that are in the news.
And it is exactly what's happening in our world. The good things, the bad things, things that are just life. So grab your drink. We'll be right back after this short break.
CEO Jalea Davis is making history by becoming the youngest African-American female to own a television station in the nation. Along with her colleague, President Crystal Holmes, these women are becoming a part of the 1.3% African-American television station ownership. Get ready for iconic television, an all-new channel coming to your TV on KVVV Channel 15.10, covering Houston's local inspiration, entertainment, health, wellness, fitness, family, visual artists, comedians, and more. Streaming 24/7 on iconictelevision.com. Be sure to stay tuned for the latest and greatest on Iconic Television, where everyone can be iconic.
Let's be honest. Making a lukewarm marketing video is fairly simple. But who wants lukewarm marketing? Instead, how about something that conveys your unique message? Well, that takes creativity, and creative is what we are. We design custom logos. We even offer professional print services. Our goal is to showcase how good your idea is, no matter what your product is. Whether it's social media marketing for a new author or the artwork for the book itself, we can help. You've created a new app and need a TV commercial to show it to the world. We can help.
Now they're Stork Advisor.
If you're a photographer trying to show off your work in a unique way, we can help. Need a promo for your TV show? We can help with that too.
It's Couch Time with Sonja.
We're an artistic bunch and we love the creative process. We're not trying to be the best in Houston. We're trying to be the best for you.
Welcome back. As we were discussing earlier, we're going to talk about things that are in the news. But of course, our topic is going a little bit deeper because it's more serious. You know, gymnastics, Dee, right now has so much controversy
There's
around
just
it.
so much going on.
Yes.
And it's so intimidating to those girls coming up, or even the young boys coming up in this field of work.
Yes, you're exactly right. And especially for our babies, our little ones that we're putting into gymnastics right now.
Right.
In the back of your mind, you're wondering, should I be putting them into?
So it's the right thing,
Yes,
right?
because it's questions around, is the industry safe? Is the sport safe?
You know, there's so much going on. We all know what's in the news right now with young ladies like Simone Biles, and
Yes.
her story is just so inspiring.
Yes.
But there's so much negativity and so much hurt that
Yes.
took place behind the scenes.
Yes, the abuse that was there, my goodness. But what I look at is there was abuse, but not just once, multiple times.
Hundreds of victims in this particular situation that are all having to come back from this traumatic experience.
It makes you wonder, what in the world was that doctor doing to make them be so silent, Dee, to where they wouldn't say anything?
Well, and you have to think, is it perhaps more than just the doctor? Is it
Yes.
the entire field of gymnastics, coaches,
Yes.
you know, just people that are there to help? What make these girls stay so silent for so long?
Yes, because it was on every turn. It
Yes.
wasn't just, I'm going to the doctor and it happened. No, it was, I was going to the training facility.
Right.
And it was happening there. I was talking to others and it was happening there.
Yes.
It's just unbelievable that it was every way they turned.
You know, I can't imagine how scared, how defeated they felt in that moment, because they didn't feel like they had anyone to turn
Yes,
to.
you're exactly
so
right.
for years, they remained silent.
What happened? They pressed it down.
Yes.
Dee, just my heart ached to know that they had to continue to suppress and suppress what was going on. And I wonder, you know, how many more haven't come out,
Right.
or somebody who's watching our show right now
That's in that situation.
that's totally in that situation and that they're totally holding it in. But we encourage you, as we're talking about this, you know what? You don't have to remain silent any longer. Please know that you're not alone. Please step up. Tell someone so that someone can help you.
Remember, you have a voice. Someone is there to listen. You just need to find that right person and say something.
Yes.
I know
totally
it's
agree.
easier said than done, right?
Yes, it is. But we just want to encourage them to know you're not alone.
Right. Besides this particular situation, the world of gymnastics has been clouded with things like eating disorders, people really fighting the image of what a gymnast should look like.
Yes.
So they're not eating well, they're, you know, anorexia, bulimia, it's running rampant in that industry.
Well, it becomes a psychological
Yes.
issue, and that the eating disorders are all stemmed from the issues of the abuse. So it's a spiral, a
Right.
downward spiral that's happening.
And it's perhaps even beyond this abuse, the sexual abuse. Abuse in the fact that coaches are encouraging, almost making gymnasts work through injuries, practice through injuries, compete through injuries. And we're not talking about, oh, I pulled a slight muscle.
No.
We're talking about broken bones, and they are still working through these injuries.
Yes. One of the things that I remember hearing one of the gymnasts say was they were constantly ridiculed by the way their body looked. If it was one thing out of line, they were constantly ridiculed for that. If they gained a few pounds, they were ridiculed for that. So it's just, man, it's just unbelievable, unbelievable. But there's joy. The pain was turned to joy.
And that's what we want to celebrate. We don't want to focus on the negative.
Yes.
We want to talk about the good things.
Yes.
You know, I mentioned Simone Biles earlier. She came back to nationals and she swept it.
Yes, she did. She grabbed it by the horns, as
Yes.
they say in the city.
For sure, yes. She beat everyone by 6 points.
Yes.
At least.
Yes.
She knocked it out of the park.
And then what did she say? That wasn't her best.
No.
She knew she could do better.
And she can do better. That means you can do better. Whatever you're facing, whatever challenges you might be in, you can do better. You can overcome.
That's exactly right. What I see is courage, and I see brave. You are courageous and you are brave. Walk through every situation with your head held high, knowing that you can come through it and be even better than you were before.
Yes. So in looking at this and talking about these things, you see changes in the world of gymnastics.
Yes.
You know, leadership changes.
Yes.
Coach-
Good changes.
Yes, good
changes.
Coaches that have been in the gymnast world for years and years closing their
Yes,
facilities
yes.
because they too perpetuated that environment
You're exactly
of
right.
abuse.
Well, what I see too is change. What happens when change happens? You have to wipe away all the old and start anew. And that's exactly what they're doing.
You know, as scary as that might be, you can do it too.
Exactly right. We are enjoying our conversation, but remember, it's about what's in the news. So that means we're coming right back with more information that's in the news. We'll be right back.
One of the most important events in life is having a baby. The closest hospital may not be the best choice for your family. Now, there's Stork Advisor. With Stork Advisor, you can keep your loved ones informed. There's a labor alert right at your fingertips. Stork Advisor even offers you a pregnancy tip every day. After you've had your baby, tell us about your experience and leave a Stork rating. We want to keep other expecting families like you informed. With Stork Advisor, you can know what to expect when you're expecting.
Connect with fellow millennials, creatives, professionals, and entrepreneurs within the all-new millennial community. Join in and get connected with local events, volunteer opportunities, and mentorship programs with the next generation. For more information, visit themillennialcommunity.com and become a member today. Membership includes access to special events, networking events, and civic engagement opportunities. Check out our online calendar for upcoming event opportunities, such as Millennial Think Tanks, community building events, the new Sea Live experience, and much more. Members will also be invited to join an online membership group, have opportunities to pair with local students in the Houston community for mentorship programs. Follow us on all social media platforms and get connected with the millennial community today.
Thanks for being with us today. If you missed the previous segment, be sure to catch up on social media or on our website. But we're going to continue with our topic of what's in the news.
Yes. The topic today, I definitely would say controversial.
To say the least.
So we're expecting you to definitely reply on our social media, on our YouTube page. We can't wait to hear what you have to say about this
Yes,
topic.
we want to know what you're thinking.
So my question to you is it normal and is it okay for women to breastfeed in public?
This is going to bring some conversation because it's natural, right?
It is natural. But I think we need to say first and foremost, why were breasts created?
To feed babies.
To feed babies.
Yes.
It wasn't for the men in our life like they think.
Yeah.
It was to feed the baby.
But that's why it's become such a controversy,
Yes.
because it's so sexualized.
You're exactly right. Totally my point. It's a natural part of life. It's something that is actually to feed a precious baby,
Yes.
but yet it is so opposed that we shouldn't ever see a woman's breast. That's different than you feeding your baby in public.
Yes, there is a difference between me walking out in the street and opening my blouse.
We don't want to see that.
Or a mother putting a
Yes.
baby to her breast to feed them.
You're exactly right. Natural part of life, but it's so much controversy around it.
You know, most recently, I was reading an article of an officer in Buenos Aires.
Yes.
Officer
Ayala.
Officer Ayala,
Ayala.
who took a baby, put that starving baby to her breast. It wasn't her child, but this baby was starving, was literally malnutrition,
Yes.
and needed to be fed. She, being a lactating mom,
Yes.
chose to take that child and feed the baby.
But what I noticed, you said she chose to feed that
Yes.
baby because the baby was starving. But what did society do? That was an officer. The officer is to protect and serve. That's their mandate.
Right.
So what she was doing both, protecting and serving.
You know, and thankfully, she is, again, from another country. They celebrated her choice.
Yes,
they
did.
promoted her.
Yes, they did.
They really celebrated what she did. But in the U.S.,
Come on.
she has faced some
Scrutiny.
absolutely is the nice
Yes.
word to say.
Yes.
You know, people have really criticized the fact that she would feed another person's child.
Yes.
But this baby was starving.
Yes.
Would not we all feed a starving child?
But in the normal realm of things, I don't think she would have done that. In the normal realm of things, it wouldn't have been her reaction to do that
Right.
if the baby wasn't in the situation that the baby was in, where the baby was starving.
Yes.
I mean, literally, if you see the starving baby, all her first reaction was, she knows, I'm to protect and serve. But her motherly instinct
Feed
took
the baby.
over.
Yes.
Feed the
she
baby.
just thought about feeding the baby.
Officer Ayala, we just want you to know we commend you
Yes.
so very much. We're so grateful for all of our officers that truly take to heart to protect and serve in whatever manner that means.
Right. Then another officer finds a baby in a forest, umbilical cord still attached. By the grace of God, this baby was still alive. But she too, being an officer,
My goodness.
took that baby and fed this baby.
Now, what does that say about the U.S. and other countries?
Right.
Because, mind you, she was from another country.
Colombia. She was
Colombia. So it's okay in other countries to do, they were celebrated for the acts of courage and service that they did.
It was the natural.
Oh my gosh. But here in the U.S., you know what? We've got to do better.
You know, I
We have
think
to do better.
I think that we tend to make it way more sexualized,
Yes.
as I said.
I
So the
totally agree.
natural thing of feeding, you know, we're taught the mothers to cover the baby.
Yes.
Well, I don't want to eat my hamburger with the sheet over my face. I mean, think about it. This baby does not want to be covered while they're eating.
That's
And
very
really,
true.
babies shouldn't have to be.
You're exactly
but
right.
society says that if her breast is showing, she should be covered.
Yes.
What are you thinking? What are your thoughts? Get involved on our social media. We
Yes.
want to hear from you.
Yes, we do. We want you to please give us your information, give us your comment. We will respond right back to you.
Yes. And you know what? We're going to respect the differences.
Yes.
I'm okay if they have a different opinion.
Me as well.
You know, I want to hear from you anyway.
Yes. But you know what? There's more, and we'll be right back in a moment. And then there was life. Born to color outside the lines. Born for such a time as this. You showed up on the planet to produce a dream. You, yes, you, were born with purpose, with words. Friends, imagine that your dreams can become your reality by the words you speak. It all starts today. It starts with you. Creation, formation, transformation, all begin with change. The battle is in your mind, but your voice is your weapon. Speak life, believe, prosperity, creative, daring. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Your future is unwritten. Let's begin writing today. Your words create your world.
One of the most important events in life is having a baby. The closest hospital may not be the best choice for your family. Now, there's Stork Advisor. With Stork Advisor, you can keep your loved ones informed. There's a labor alert right at your fingertips. Stork Advisor even offers you a pregnancy tip every day. After you've had your baby, tell us about your experience and leave a Stork rating. We want to keep other expecting families like you informed. With Stork Advisor, you can know what to expect when you're expecting.
Well, I know you are not going to want me to talk about this, but I have to.
You see me already shaking
it's
my
in
head.
the news, Dee. Come on.
It needs to be out of the news,
No,
though.
I have to talk about it. as you know right now, there is a huge challenge that is in the news.
That needs to go away.
The challenge is called the Kiki Challenge. And as we know about the Kiki, what are they saying to our teenagers and our young adults? So unsafe.
They're saying, be willing to die to get that heart. No, don't do it.
But
Don't
that's
do
what
it.
they do. Kiki, do you love me?
Stop. Okay, not only do we have her doing it, people behind the camera, they're doing it too. All of y'all just stop.
I would just honestly say is, yes, you know what? We have to stop doing things just for a like,
Right.
just for our heart. Be who you are. Don't worry about a like. Don't worry about a heart. Let that be in the news.
Yes.
Be you and be happy with it.
Yes. Si escuchaste, tú tienes que ser la persona que tú eres.
What she said. Now, we're going to move on to the rest of the story
Yes.
that's in the news.
So what's in the news now? And this is a topic that hits us both since we have college students.
Yes,
You know, our children are college
you're
students.
exactly right. The question is college for everyone?
Okay, well, I'm going to say my immediate answer would be yes, because I want my children to go to college.
Our kids are watching.
Yes.
So, yes, we believe in college.
But let's take that further. It doesn't need to be, at least for me, a traditional college.
That's exactly right. To me, it's really college is what is best for you. College is not for everyone.
Right.
And I love right now that we live in a society where college can be trade school, it can be a traditional college, but it can also be stepping out in life and becoming an entrepreneur.
Yes.
I'll be honest, that's college in itself.
That's real life college where you're trying to just feed yourself
You're
at the same
exactly
time.
right. You're
so
exactly right.
let's go back a little bit. We have currently in the news New York
Yes.
that is covering tuition for some students.
I'll be honest, I love what New York has adopted. I really wish right here in Texas, we would do that.
But you know, the taxpayer in me, the taxpayer in you, are you thinking, how's it funded? Because that's what I'm thinking.
Of course, but it's their mindset was, you know what, if we can get funded and if we can do something that's going to give back and allow everyday normal youth, normal teens, normal young adults to go to college without all the extra stress of student loans.
Right.
Oh my goodness, why wouldn't we want to adopt something like that?
I think it's fantastic, and the thought behind it is wonderful. I love that there are some stipulations, of course, income.
Yes.
It is income based
Yes.
and things like that. Those people that really need it get this gift.
Yes,
Is how I see it.
that's a great word, is a gift. But it is stipulations. But isn't that just like anything in life today?
Right.
There's stipulations to particular things that you have to fit in that realm.
Income, grades. You have
Mm-hmm.
to keep your grades up. So I'm glad that there's some parameters to
Yes.
this, and there's some type of control.
Yes, there's expectations.
Yes.
And so if you're in New York, I don't know if that may be brought here to Texas, but it is very commendable on what they're doing and how they're willing to make a difference.
And this is another topic we want to hear from you on. If you're in New York and you have some thoughts on this, or you have a child that's using this, let us know. We want to hear more about it.
Yes, I agree with that. And then if you are someone who has a desire to go to college and you're looking for ways to pay for college, there are so many resources that are out there. Please, if you have questions, make sure you go to collegeboard.com, get information from there. And then also, if you have extra questions, make sure you inbox us on our social media pages, or just send us an email and we'll send you some links of some things that we know.
Yes. Now, I'm thinking, let's go back to the trade schools.
Yes.
Why is it that in previous days we celebrated the trades? Plumbers,
Yes.
electricians, those were things that people should be proud of, would be proud of. But these days, many parents, they don't want their children to go in that direction. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think it's the stigma behind the trade.
Got it.
It's because people have made a trade be something of lower class. When it's not, sis. You really think about it and go, we all need plumbers.
Absolutely. We
all-
need you.
It's the summertime. Guess what? During the summer, we all need air conditioning.
You know, and in those
Fair.
the cold part of the country, you need your heaters in the
That's
winter.
exactly right.
Can you imagine if we didn't have these skilled people to help us?
Yes, well, think about welders. That's a trade.
Right.
But guess what? We need welding constantly. The big major companies use welders.
Small companies, large companies, we need welders in this world. So if that's where your heart is, go after it. Don't be afraid, and don't look at the stigma of trade schools.
Yes. Follow your heart. Follow your passion. Whatever that may be, don't allow anyone to put a stigma on you that it's not enough. It's more than enough if it's what you desire to do. Go after it and dream big.
Now, let's look at the part the parents look at, the money side.
Yes.
You know, you would think that a trade school would be less expensive. It really is not.
No.
You're just paying it in a closer, smaller time frame. The upside is you're usually to work and earning much faster than a traditional college.
Which is very true. Whereas traditional college is 4 years, trade school is usually 1 to 2 years, sometimes 6 months.
Yes, sometimes just 6 or 7 months, and they are now earning an income.
Just research. Make sure you take time to research whether a traditional college is for you, or a trade school is for you, or just stepping out and becoming an entrepreneur.
And that's the next part, entrepreneurship.
Yes.
That's a college in itself. Right?
Yes, it is. I definitely truly believe that entrepreneurship is all about who you become on the road to where you're going. We'll be right back.
Let's be honest. Making a lukewarm marketing video is fairly simple. But who wants lukewarm marketing? Instead, how about something that conveys your unique message? Well, that takes creativity, and creative is what we are. We design custom logos. We even offer professional print services. Our goal is to showcase how good your idea is, no matter what your product is. Whether it's social media marketing for a new author or the artwork for the book itself, we can help. You've created a new app and need a TV commercial to show it to the world. We can help.
Now there's Stork Advisor.
If you're a photographer trying to show off your work in a unique way, we can help. Need a promo for your TV show? We can help with that too.
It's Couch Time with Sonja.
We're an artistic bunch and we love the creative process. We're not trying to be the best in Houston. We're trying to be the best for you.
Welcome to another edition of the Entrepreneur's Corner with your boy, Fred Vernon. I've got another good topic for us today. We're going to talk about a little more advanced topic, something called building your team. A lot of people think it's possible to do it all by yourself. The truth is, it's not. You can probably do anything, but you can't do everything. So you have to have a good team around you. So I want to talk about a couple ways that you can help build your team. Number one, you have to identify talent. How does that look? What does that look like? Identifying talent. That's the ability to see things in people that they cannot necessarily see in themselves. So what you can do is look for your friends, family members, and even acquaintances that have the talents and skill sets that you may need to take your organization to the next level. Once you've identified that talent, the next thing you want to do is attract and retain it. So a couple of ways you can attract talent early on is you have to be excited. You have to be into your business. They have to feel your energy. So that's the way you're going to attract talent if you can't necessarily afford to pay for it. People will join on to a team or organization that they believe in, even if you necessarily can't afford to bring them in. They'll come in and take a chance with you if they believe in the entrepreneur. So something you want to keep in mind. Definitely be strong in your beliefs, be solid in what you're doing, and be inspirational. That's how you're going to be able to attract and retain the talent. Eventually, you'll be able to offer benefits, salaries, pay raises, and even equity stakes in your businesses. If you're able to attract the talent and also retain it by using the proper methods. Thirdly, to bring in talent on your team, you want to make sure that you're inspiring. You cannot be half-hearted when it comes to your business. You are the lifeblood, you are the fuel, you are the DNA of your business. And if someone's going to join your organization and they're going to be in your business and stay there, you have to inspire them day after day, time after time. So do your part. Identify your talent, attract and retain it, and then make sure you keep them inspired once they join the organization. That's going to allow you to distribute the workload evenly, and that talent is going to bring your organization to a place you never thought it would go. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you soon on the next episode of The Entrepreneur's Corner.
That was really good information. Great nuggets for you to take.
Thank you, Fred. We love having you on the show and all the information you have.
Yes. And you know what? More and more people are actually diving into that entrepreneurship, that other form of college.
Yes.
And man, think of it, Walt Disney,
Henry Ford,
let's see, Russell Simmons.
Def Jam Records.
Come
Can you
on.
imagine life without that?
Come on, girl, you sure right. We
Yes.
like music.
Yes. So thank you. For the entrepreneurs out there, go for the dream. I can only say that over and over and over. Go for the dream.
Yes. Well, as recapping the show today was so awesome. Just talking about the real things that is going on in the news in life today.
You know, we started with the world of gymnastics, and we're going to celebrate the good things that are coming after all of this darkness.
Yes. Congratulations to each and every one that stood up and that you're making a difference.
Yes. Then next we covered a very controversial topic, breastfeeding in public. I mean, we really want to know what you think, so jump on our social media and let us know.
And then we also spoke about college tuition. Is college for everyone?
Yes, so tuition was a part of it, but also maybe traditional school or a trade school perhaps.
Exactly. And of course, we also know that that's controversial too.
Yes.
But it's all about the person and what they decide for themselves.
You know, families have these conversations with your children,
Yes.
kind of decide what direction they want to go in and perhaps encourage them to go for their dreams.
Yes. You know what? Stop living through our kids.
Yes.
Let them be who they desire to be. That may mean that traditional college is not for them, and if so, we're happy for that.
Yes. So, para los estudiantes que están ahorita buscando algo que hacer, tú tienes tus sueños, no dejes que nada te pare. Sigue con lo que quiere tu corazón.
We're so excited for you to continue following us. So make sure you're on our social media pages, YouTube, Facebook, and also Instagram. And that is Couch Time with Sonja. And that's Sonja with a J. And follow us. And if you don't know our website, it's couchtimewithsonja.com. We can't wait to see you next week. Have a blessed one.